Welcome back to Word of the Wise. Man, God is great. I have anything good in my life, anything good about me, I give it all to God. All of the opportunities that come my way have come my way because of God. And I'm the one in this relationship between me and him that's the toxic one, because I push away, I do things to disrespect, I do all of that. And yet, this being, this spirit, this thing that I call God is always there for me. It's always patient. It's always willing to give me a second chance. And it makes me upset that I am the way that I am. But I'm grateful for it because it gives me the motivation and all that to get better and to keep getting better and to work on my self-improvement at all times. And the more and more that I seek out and try to please my relationship with him, it seems like life is just getting easier. It gets better. I get stronger. In every single type of way, my relationships get better. Now, I have one issue though. And I was raised a Christian. I follow the same morals, values, tried to go off the book. And honestly, I feel like I kind of met God through Christianity. But the more and more that I follow the book and kind of lock myself into it, the further and further I feel like I'm going away from, and I don't notice that because I only associate God with Christianity itself, or at least I did. And then the second I meet somebody who prays to the same God as me, peace, love, and all of that, and I realize their views and what they do to please God is different, I'm automatically, even if I don't say nothing, it's like in my mind, judgment automatically comes like, no, I'm sorry, but you're wrong. He who does not believe in the Son shall not have eternal life. You might be great. You might be a better person than I am. You have better self-control. You resist temptations. You do all these things so well, but you still not going to heaven because you don't believe in the Son. And I hear that in church all the time. If you don't repent to the Son, if you don't believe in the Son, you're not going to get there. It doesn't matter what you do. And it's such a depressing thought, man. And I hate that it's like that. Because there's so many great people who want to have a great relationship with God, who I think when they die, they're going to go straight to hell because of how close-minded they are and not realizing who God is. Or at the very least, they're going to have a big wake-up call when they die. I didn't realize how bad it was for myself, like I said, until I opened my mind to maybe learning about another religion, reading how they do their things. And personally, lately, I've been starting to read the Quran, starting to see what Islam is about. And inside, the second I started doing that, I felt like I was committing the worst crime ever, that I was going to go straight to hell for what I was doing. Like that I shouldn't be doing this. And then the more and more I thought about it, the more I realized that this loving God that I know, who's so endless and huge and loving, why would he accuse me and make me feel bad for trying to just reach him and trying to get to know him better? That's when I realized that that's not God that I'm dealing with, and that's not God who's talking to me. The devil, the accuser, the one that comes at you in the way of light, is actually the one who, for the most part, controls damn near everything about the religion that you might hold in your hand, that you might be so faithful of. And it's a tough thought to deal with, but unfortunately it's true. I know there's a lot of Christians watching this, and there's people who might believe in something else, where you're just so stuck on your faith, and that your faith is the correct faith because you felt God in this faith and you can't budge. You won't budge. But how can this everlasting God, huge God that's endless, only want you to believe in one thing, otherwise you won't get to where you want to go. That doesn't make sense. And frankly, that's not God. It just seems like a big idol to me. It just seems like somebody who is saying, if you don't follow me, you're wrong, and everything that you do is wrong. To me, that sounds like you following the devil more than you following God in any type of way, shape, or form. Now, I'm not saying that all religions is bad, because I feel like there's great things in every single religion. But I'm saying that for you to be stuck on one religion and to follow only one religion and to be willing to learn about only one religion means that you dancing with the devil more than anything trying to get close to God. And you're going to be a fool when you die and you actually meet who God is. I think God is just one big DJ playing us all different types of songs so he can try to reach us in any different type of way possible. My God has many names. He has many ways that he looks like, and he's everything around me. So I'm not going to limit him to just one thing. I'm not that foolish, and I don't want to be that foolish. Like I said, I've been a Christian my whole life, but I'm starting to venture off. I'm starting to read about Islam, and the more I'm reading about Islam, I'm starting to realize that that's not wrong either. And now I'm after I'm done with this, I'm going to start looking into other ones. And instead of focusing in on those details, because I feel like the devil is in the details, focus in on all the good and wisdom that this book has to offer, that this religion has to offer, and then combine it with what you already know. And the result in that is you getting closer to God. And I think that is the point. I think the reason why he has so many different, or created so many different avenues for you with so many religions, is because it always gives you something to look forward to. It gives you motivation to learn more about him. And I think that's a beautiful thing. And it makes me so sad to see that there's people who love God so much, but their own close-minded behavior, just us being humans, just stops it, and that's the devil right there. The devil is the religion, because you're not focused in on your relationship with him. You're only focused in on what this certain thing says that you should do, and that's wrong. People are going to disagree with me, but I see it all the time. I go on social media and I see a post about Islam, what Muslim people do. I'll look in the comments and I'll see the most judgeful comments ever from a religion that's honestly taught to not be judgmental at all. Because we're all sinners. We all do bad. So you can't judge nobody. But it be the main ones. Oh, I pray that you get out of this. I pray that Jesus reaches you. I pray that you change it, and it's like, what is going on with this world? And it goes both ways. It's so much hatred. You're fighting for God, but you're over here dancing with the devil, not even knowing it. It causes me great pain too. Just reading the Quran itself, I feel like I'm committing a huge blasphemy. Blasphemy. Like I'm doing something so much wrong, I'm gonna get sent to hell. And that's when I realized that my God's not gonna accuse me for trying to get close to him. Even if I'm doing it the wrong way, he's just gonna direct me in the right way, doing the wrong thing. That's what my God does. But he's not gonna sit here and accuse me that just because I'm doing it in a certain way, I'm gonna go to hell. Just because I'm not believing that the only way to get through him is the Son, that I'm gonna go to hell. I'm sorry, but I don't believe that. And I don't believe that God is like that. He's too loving, merciful, and forgiving for that. And he wants you, I feel like, more than you want him. The devil has done his work to the point where I feel like God is so pissed and mad that the only time that he feels peace is when you reach out to him and that you want him. Just like a child would or I'm sorry, just like a parent will want their child to be towards them. Because I realize that when I'm around my daughter, I'm at peace. I feel in love. I feel all these great emotions of just safeness and all that stuff. And I see that it's reciprocated in her too, and I feel the same way. But when she's gone, that's when, I'm kind of mad and all that stuff. Not necessarily having a bad time, but I would so much rather be with my daughter all the time than not be with her at all. And I think that we're just, everything that we go through in life is just a microscopic version of what God actually goes through. But we think we're so smart. And in that, we get manipulated through our own knowledge. So, like I said, if you ask me, what does the world need? It needs a relationship with God. And it needs to put all its... it's tough to say because I think religion can be a great thing. Because there's a lot of good in religion. But you can't be so close-minded to think that your religion is the only way. That's all I'm saying. You got to be open to everything. You must learn about everything and just combine it all in one. I just want people to realize, just like how I'm realizing now, that, you're making a mistake. And I want you to get to heaven just like I want to get to heaven. But we're dealing with something way smarter than us that wants us to fail, wants us to lose, and it's going to do everything in its power to make us lose. And right when we feel like we're so confident in something is exactly when we're playing in the wrong hands. But when we're getting accused and when we feel like it's getting tough and we're getting questioned by our own thoughts and ideas and what we believe in, and we're starting to question all that, that's when we're doing the right thing, because that's when we're getting accused the most. And like it said, the devil's not going to attack you if you're playing with him, if you're playing in his hands, if you're playing his game. He's not going to touch you. But the second you start going against him, that's when he's going to come at you, and he's going to come at you at full force to try to keep you where you're at. So if you're religious, great. Keep following God, keep trying to seek God. But don't be so close-minded enough to think that your religion is the only way you're going to get there. Because 9 times out of 10, your religion might just be the thing holding you back. Read about other religions. Open up another Bible. Yet seek God the whole time. Keep it in good intentions. Just don't focus so much on the details. Just go based off of all the great things. And like I said, combine it. And then we're just going to get closer and closer and closer. There's no such thing as having faith, a locked faith. A relationship is more than just that. So relationships, give and take. And you got to start doing a lot more giving, because you're getting a lot, but you're not giving enough. Don't limit yourself. God don't want you to limit yourself. What happens in life when you limit yourself? You stay stagnant. You don't grow to your full potential. That's all I wanted to say, man. Like I said, I want to see everybody win. I want to win. I'm not that wise and I'm not that smart. But these are just things that I'm realizing through the journey. And I hope you guys do too. This is Word of the Wise. I hope everybody has a great week, a great month, a great year. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. I'll be dropping more of these videos coming up soon. Peace and love to you.